It's time for some camera samples on the Galaxy A71. Let's get it. What's up, Gadgeteers? My name is Hector and this is Gadget Beard, and on this channel I unbox and review everyday tech, gadgets, and accessories for you. And on today's video we have, as you can see, the front-facing camera for the Galaxy A71. I'm going to give you some video and picture samples on this phone to give you guys a good idea on how good or how bad this phone is. As you can see, it's keeping the bright blue sky, and then it kind of changes exposure on my ass. But overall, this is a 4K sample to the front-facing 32 megapixel selfie cam on the Galaxy A71. It does record in 3 different options: 4K, Full HD, and 720p. And you can go 20:9 aspect ratio and a 1:1 aspect ratio. That's like Insta Gram or something like that. I'm gonna go ahead and start giving you a sample on the 1080p. So we'll go ahead and we'll do the 1080p sample coming up now. Okay, what we're looking at now is 1080p for the front-facing camera for the Galaxy A71. I'm walking. Let me know how stabilization is. I don't think there's optical stabilization for the front-facing camera on the Galaxy A71. So I'm just walking, enjoying a nice stroll. That's 1080p for y'all on a nice, beautiful, bright, sunny day. Let me know how I look and let me know how I sound. Let's go ahead and move over to 720p. Now what you're looking at is 720p for the front-facing camera. As far as I know, it looks pretty good to me, so I can't really tell the difference on the viewfinder here on the screen, but I'm sure you'll be able to tell the difference once the film is rendered. Let me know how I sound. Let me know how I look. This is me in the shade. It does a pretty good job to adjusting exposure. Sometimes it blows out the background, but for the majority of the part, this front-facing camera is doing a great job. The next one I'm going to show you the full screen, which is the 20:9 aspect ratio, and then a 1:1. I think both of those are at their own resolution. 20:9 is Full HD plus, and then the 1:1, whatever that resolution is, I think it's 1400 by 1400. Let's go ahead and show you those. Now you're looking at this full screen 20:9 aspect ratio, so obviously you're going to get more background. And look at that, looks pretty good. Full HD plus, I believe, 20:9 aspect ratio. If you want to film like that, you surely can. I don't know if this is going to render on my video, since my video is going to be a 16:9, so I might not include this in there. I don't know, just thought about that. I'm gonna go ahead and head over to the Insta Gram look, that 1:1. So this is the 1:1, 1400 by 1400. It's like an Instagram kind of square, as you can see. This is what you want to do if you're doing video for Instagram. You want to keep it in this perspective, because anything in frame is what you're going to get. Your video's not going to be cut out. But I guess it's doing an alright job. Let me know what you guys think about this front-facing camera down in the comment sections below. Is it good enough for you? Is it good enough to create content if this was your only phone? Another thing, these are the mics you're hearing directly from the phone itself. I do not have a mic plug in. You can though, because it does have a headphone jack. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. We're going to go ahead and move on to the rear camera. Okay guys, we're back. This is a rear-facing 64 megapixel rear-facing camera. Stabilization off. There is a mode called steady mode, but it does not allow you to record in 4K. So once we get to that, we'll go ahead and put that on. But this is the wide at 4K. No, this is not the wide. This is the main 64 megapixel stabilization off, 4K. Let me stop here because it looks pretty shaky. How's the focusing? 4K here. The Forbes test. This is the Forbes focus test, and it failed. I think I have focus locked though. There we go. You can lock focus if you want. Keeps locking. Oh, autofocus was locked. So now autofocus was locked, so now it's not locked. There we go. So you can lock autofocus if you like. Boom. It's not too bad. I think it passed the Forbes test. Look at that. Boom. Boom. There we go. That was the front face. That was the rear 64 megapixel camera at 4K stabilization off. Let's go ahead and move over to the wide angle in 4K. Okay, so this is the wide angle in 4K. As you can see, a little shaky too. Stabilization is off. Does this have focus? And it looks like it's doing a great job. So this is your 4K wide angle view with stabilization off. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at these plants here. It's looking good. Not bad from what I can tell. It's not bad at all. Let's go ahead and move over to the what they call it, steady cam with the regular main megapixel 64 megapixel camera to show you how stable the footage looks. Now the stable footage here, it's already on stable. Look at this beautiful pictures there. So I'm currently walking, holding the phone in hand. Now it only allows you to do this in full HD, not 4K, and not the wide angle camera, just the main 64 megapixel camera. Let me know how it looks. Let me know how it sounds. I'm gonna go ahead over and give you some other samples of the wide in 1080p, 720p, and then I'll go with the main in 1080p, which you're looking at right here, but this is stabilized, and then 720p. Let's go ahead and do that. Now what you're looking at is the main 64 megapixel camera, not stabilized, at 1080p. And you can lock autofocus or boom, 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 boom. So this phone does not struggle with autofocus. I don't think so. Like the S20s. So I don't know what they're doing in their S20 lineup, but this one looks like it's doing a pretty good job. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you a quick sample of 720p. Here's the regular 64 megapixel at 720p. And from what I can see, it does a pretty good damn job for 720p. Not stabilized, like I said. Stabilization only comes in full HD on the main angle 64 megapixel camera. So there's your 720p footage sample there. Get a quick look at the sky, turn around, and let's go ahead and give you a 20:9 sample, full HD sample plus of this camera. There's your 20:9 aspect ratio. Again, I don't know if this is going to render pretty correctly with my aspect ratio on my computer being 16:9 or on my editing software being 16:9, but I thought I might include it if I can. If I can't, oh well, you guys know it's here. Let me give you a quick sample of the 1x1 Instagram sample. So this is your Instagram sample 1x1. If you're doing videos with the rear camera, this is what you want to do. For Instagram, anything you see in frame will remain in frame. It won't be cut off if you were filming at 16:9 or 9:16. It looks pretty good. There's bees there, and it's 1400 by 1400. So let me know what you guys think. The neighborhood. That's the wide angle camera at full HD 1080p, 12 megapixel wide angle. Let me know what you guys think. I'm not gonna try to walk a lot because it's not stabilizing it. It does look kind of shaky, but this is what you're getting at right now. Let me switch over to 720 and show you what the wide angle looks at in 720. So we're shooting at 720 in the wide angle, and it looks pretty good. Not too bad, not too shabby. Let me go ahead and show you guys how it looks in full HD 20:9 aspect ratio wide angle 12 megapixel camera. You're looking at the wide angle full HD 20:9 aspect ratio 12 megapixel camera. Bam. And then we're going to go ahead and move on to the 1x1, what I call the Instagram mode, and show you how it looks on that mode. This is the wide angle in 1x1 aspect ratio 1400 by 1400. And this is how it looks like. Looks pretty good. Stand still for a minute. Not too bad. All right, let me give you some super slow motion next, I think, and something else. Let's see what's up. You can see my hand there. All right, let's do it.